Hello, I'm Steve Weber, the host of Book Cheapskate. We're running through the top 10 free Kindle books featured today on bookcheapskate.com. Happy Wednesday, everyone. It's November 26th, 2025. With me, as always, is my co-host and bookworm sidekick, Cassandra. Good morning, Cass.
Good morning. It's always a good day when we get to talk about free books.
It absolutely is. And, we're not just reading off a list here. What we're really doing is taking a look at what stories people are grabbing right now.
The snapshot, really.
Exactly. A snapshot. And remember, these deals, they don't last. They be gone in a day, sometimes even hours. So if you hear something you like, you got to move fast.
Let's get into it.
All right, kicking things off at number 1, we have Beachcomber Motel. It's book 1 in the Shell Cove series by Meredith Summers.
A contemporary romance to start.
Yep. The premise is Jules Whittier inherits this really run-down motel, and it's because of a deathbed promise she made to her Graham.
Oh, so there's high emotional stakes from the very beginning.
Right. But the real conflict, I think, is that she has to work with her estranged cousins, Maddie and Gina.
The same cousins who made her fail at running a motel before, right?
The very same. So it's this story of, I guess, forced family reconciliation. Can you rebuild those burned bridges?
And then, of course, the romance element comes in.
Of course. So Nick Barlow, the loan officer, is immediately smitten with her. He, rushes her loan application through.
Which sounds great until his grandfather, who happens to be the bank president, just squashes it.
Squashes it flat. And he warns Nick to stay away from that whole family. So it's duty versus desire, small-town drama, all that good stuff.
A perfect blend for fans of women's fiction, really. It's about the bonds between people as much as the romance.
Okay, on to number 2. We're shifting into holiday mode with Lake Mistletoe, a holly jolly and steamy Christmas tale by Amber Kelly.
Ah, the classic city girl sent to a small town trope. I love this one.
It's a perennial favorite, isn't it?
Yeah.
So our heroine loses this huge career opportunity in Miami thanks to a, quote, Playboy owner.
So now she's been exiled.
Pretty much. She's sentenced to Idaho to sell her grandmother's inn, but only after Christmas is over.
So she's just there to do a job and get out.
Exactly. She needs it for her resume so she can get a new job in, of all places, Belize. She is not interested in small-town charm.
But then she meets Keller Harris, the sexiest sin local handyman.
There's always a sexy local handyman.
Of course. And he is, as the book says, completely unimpressed by her. It's a total grumpy sunshine, forced proximity situation.
The best kind. I mean, she's trying to get this business experience, and he's probably just thinking about fixing the leaky roof. The walls are literally and figuratively falling down around her.
And a passion is found. A classic for a reason.
All right, number 3 takes a sharp turn into the paranormal. Whispers of the Dead? This is Cora Roberts' book 1 by Adeline Winters.
Okay, so Cora runs a bed and breakfast. That's her cover.
Her cover, yes. Her real job title is The Undertaker.
Which means?
She does supernatural autopsies and burials.
Okay, I'm in. So this town, White Castle, it's a paranormal hub.
The epicenter, apparently.
Sure.
Big wolves, short blood supply for the vampires.
Yeah.
Typical small town problems.
And a string of murders brings a shifter lord and a vampire prince right to her B&B.
Which sets up a reverse harem dynamic, right?
Yeah.
One powerful woman, multiple powerful men.
Exactly. But Cora has a huge secret of her own. She's an elemental badass that everyone is trying to protect.
The problem is, her 2 new potential boyfriends have the best senses in town. So her secret is definitely not safe. It's all about managing that internal and external threat.
Moving from paranormal to something a bit more grounded, number 4 is a crime thriller, Dead Ringer. It's D.I. Chilcott Book 1 by James D. Morton.
Yes, and our detective, Robbie Chilcott, is a classic old-school maverick.
And he's bitter.
Very bitter. Got snubbed for promotion, professionally embarrassed. So this new manhunt in Bristol is his shot at redemption.
What makes this one chilling is the killer's method. It's not random. He has a wish list for murder.
Yeah, that's creepy. The victims are chosen for a specific reason, for who they are.
Which is such a terrifying idea, and the tension just ratchets up when Chilcott starts to put the pieces together.
And he realizes...
the crosshairs might already be on him. The hunter becomes the hunted.
Classic. Great setup for a thriller series.
Definitely. Okay, number 5 takes us to a very different location. Mine, Until Moonrise by Jennifer Bernard.
Lost Harbor, Alaska. The setting alone is a huge draw. Stunning, but also dangerous.
And this one is a classic enemies to lovers.
It is. We have Megan, the city scientist who runs nature tours, versus Lucas, the rugged boat captain who runs big money charters.
They cannot stand each other.
Not at all. But Lucas is only there because he thinks there's something fishy about his father's death. He's trying to settle his affairs and leave.
But he can't, because arguing with Megan is, and I'm quoting here, the best foreplay he's had in years?
I mean, that's the core of the trope, right? All that anger is just passion that hasn't found the right outlet yet.
So what provides the outlet?
A dangerous storm, of course. It throws them together, and suddenly that feud turns into a very passionate affair.
As it always does.
All right, for book number 6, we need to shift the tone quite a bit. This is a memoir called Once Bitten by Nick Marsh.
Right, and this is a true story about professional struggle, so we need to approach it with the seriousness it deserves.
Absolutely. It's about a new vet surgeon, Alan Reese, who qualifies at the start of the millennium. He wants to, save the world one animal at a time.
But he crashes into a very brutal reality almost immediately.
Yeah. He's dealing with vicious pets, surly farmers, and probably most stressful of all, an unhinged, jealous colleague who is actively trying to sabotage him.
That's just an incredible amount of pressure. It's not just the animals, it's the people.
Exactly. The book details the long hours, the constant life and death decisions, the tragic cases. There's even an unexpected love triangle.
And it all culminates with a formal complaint against him to the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons.
Yeah. The whole book really asks a simple, powerful question. Can he even last a year in practice? It's a really sobering look at what it costs to care that much.
It sounds incredibly powerful.
Okay. From stark reality, we are launching way out into epic fantasy for number 7. This is Warrior Mage, Book 1 of Chains of Honor by Lindsay Barricker.
High fantasy, let's go!
So our hero is Yanko Whitefox. His family is in disgrace because his mother, who was a powerful wizard, abandoned them to become a pirate.
A notorious pirate, no less, so Yanko has to redeem the family name.
He does. He's supposed to be this destined warrior mage, but his actual talent, his affinity, is for earth magic and talking to animals.
So his duty is completely at odds with his true nature, a great source of internal conflict.
Huge. And then an insurrection happens, and he's forced onto this quest by the great chief's son.
And the stakes couldn't be higher.
Not at all. It's either save millions of lives or watch as people starve. There's a small amount of pressure.
Just a little. All right, for number 8, we're back in romance territory, but a very specific kind, Happily Ever Maybe, by Haley Shore.
This one is a steamy Beauty and the Beast retelling.
Set in coastal Maine.
And our beast is Malcolm Betancourt, the scarred billionaire beast of Calico Cove.
Of course he is, and the heroine doesn't just stumble into his life, right?
No, she's there as a sacrifice, basically. She becomes his housekeeper and cook to pay back a loan her father couldn't cover.
So she's saving the family lobster business by working for the town recluse.
Exactly. And the author is very upfront about the tropes. It's a grumpy hero, a sassy heroine who wants to lose her V-card.
A pretty woman moment with a black Amex.
Yes. And the favorite part? The possibility that Malcolm is, in fact, her lobster. It knows exactly what it is and leans right into it.
Sounds like fun. Okay, number 9 is an office romantic comedy, Ignite Me by Christina Ross.
Madison Wells. She is a new MBA grad, super ambitious, and she gets a job at this big company, Wen Enterprises.
And she becomes the personal assistant to Barbara Blackwell.
A.k.a. the hardcore perfectionist boss from hell.
Oh, we all know that boss. The daily demands are described as harrowing and humiliating.
It's corporate hazing, but, played for laughs.
Mm-hmm.
But things get better when Brock Wen, the hot new hire, shows up.
Let me guess. Electricity.
An explosive amount of electricity. It's that fantasy of finding a thrilling connection right in the middle of your professional struggle.
A little workplace romance to make the horrible boss bearable.
Exactly. And finally, rounding out our top 10 is a historical Regency romance. A Charming Lady for the Intriguing Baronet by Bridget Barton.
I love a good Regency.
The setup here is our heroine, Selena, wants to marry a commoner for love, not a title.
So she actively avoids the aristocracy.
She does. And then she meets Alex. She thinks he's perfect. He's a commoner. She falls for him.
But he's not a commoner.
He is not. He is Alexander Russell, the 6th Baronet of Chesterfield. He tricked her.
And why did he trick her?
Because he has a duty to produce an heir, and he's tired of women trying to trap him for his title. So he hid his identity.
So the whole relationship is founded on a pretty big lie.
A rocky start, to say the least. The whole story is about whether he can convince her to forgive that deception and admit their connection is real, despite her principles.
A great challenge for a romance hero. He has to prove his character is more valuable than his title.
Well, thanks for joining us today. And remember, if you want to download any of the books we've mentioned today for free from Amazon, visit us at bookcheapskate.com, and you'll have all the links right there. But do it now before these deals expire. Who knows, they might even expire later today. And don't miss tomorrow's show. Very morning. It's all brand new. Kath, we'll do it again then.
Looking forward to it. Have a great day, everyone.
Until then, keep on opening new worlds with great books without blowing a massive hole in your wallet. And whatever you do, remember this. When you read,
Your mind becomes its own kingdom.